The planter starting in between, right? Like so we don't have this gap over here. Thank you so much. Yes. You want to come up closer? Liliana's with Index. So, and that's Jackson with Congresswoman Kamala Gerdau. Jackson. We ask folks to get a little closer on this side.
Hold up till we get the second one for the Facebook. Please.
It's up there already.
You let me know when we can get started. We're setting up the live. They're asking for a few minutes. They're asking for a few minutes to set up the live. Maria.
So not at 10:30?
No, yeah.
10:30,
They,
right?
yeah, I think 10:30.
We're going to start in 3 minutes. Maria? 3 minutes? And for folks who are arriving, thank you for being here. If you want to grab a sign, Carmen is standing them out over here. And we ask everyone to get tighter, closer together, just so we can be, so the cameras can see how many people are here supporting the car wash workers.
Yeah. 10:30 then. One more minute. Hello, everyone. Good morning. ¿Cómo estamos? How are we doing this morning? I know that question is tough to answer, and it will continue to get tougher as we continue with our interviews today throughout this press conference. Good morning, everyone. My name is Flor Melendres, and I am the Executive Director of the Clean Car Wash Workers Center. We are a nonprofit organization whose mission is to support and empower car wash workers as they improve and create long-lasting change in their workplace, in their lives, and in their communities. And I am so happy to be able to see all the communities who are standing with our car wash community today. As you all know, in the last few days, heartbreaking immigration raids have shook in Los Angeles, targeting local workplaces, where 26 individuals were detained, including one customer. These were parents, providers, and valued members of our community. Out of 26 taken, we've only been able to locate 4 of them. We are standing here today in a location in this car wash that was visited by ICE 2 times on the 8th, and on the 9th. We have families who will be sharing their a little bit more today, and we have other representatives who will be sharing a few words as well. With that, I want to welcome to the mic Kimberly and Jasleen, daughter of Joel, one of the workers who was kidnapped. Kimberly and Jasleen.
On Sunday afternoon, my dad got kidnapped by ICE at his job. Prior to that day, there was a suspicious black SUV surrounding his job, along with 3 ICE cars driving around Venice and Sepulveda. They also kidnapped the client that was here with him. His sons were with him when they detained him. This isn't about immigration policies anymore, and it never was. My dad isn't a criminal. He's a hardworking man with such great respect from everyone, from his coworkers, his clients, my teachers, my sister's teachers, and many more friends he's made along the way. He's a husband, and most importantly, he's a father. Thanks to all the sacrifices he's made, me and my sister were able to graduate high school, go to college, and live the life he wasn't able to as a kid. He works hard for the family him and my mom have created, and I will forever be grateful for that. For putting a roof over our heads and food on the table. Many of our friends and relatives can say the same thing. He's a hard-working, respectable man who loves his family more than anything. He's always pushed me to be the greatest in school and as a person. Because of him, I was able to finish high school with great achievements. But because of him being detained, he wasn't able to watch me walk the stage. The moment that he worked so hard for was gone. Because of Trump's abuse of power, many families are going through their worst nightmares. I just want my dad to come home safe. And I wish that he was able to see his little girl graduate. Thank you.
I'll be speaking on behalf of my mom. This is something that she wrote. She said today was supposed to be a happy day for the family. My father was supposed to see my sister graduate today. Something, how she said, is something he worked so hard for. Saw her struggle so much. We saw how much she struggled, how much she accomplished towards the end. And he's not going to be able to be here to see her graduate. We are extremely sad to not know where he is. We have not been able to find him, and this is unfair. We would like justice for him, and we would like to live without the fear of being detained at all times. Because of all this, now my daughters are scared to be alone. They have to go outside with somebody accompanying them, whether it's a family member or a friend. I'd like to give thanks to the organization who is helping us to locate him in these difficult times, and I hope that this situation is resolved quickly.
Thank you, Kimberly and Jasleen, and to your mother for being so brave and being able to stand here today to share what has happened. As they mentioned, today was supposed to be a happy day. With us now, we have Assembly Member Isaac Bryan.
I wish I could say good morning. This isn't a good morning. It's also not my first time at this car wash. I'm the state assembly member who represents this district, and there's nowhere else I needed to be this morning than here with the community. Been thinking about the last few days a lot. I've come to recognize there are really only three kinds of people in this country. People who were stolen from their land, people who exist on stolen land, and the original caretakers of this land. That's why immigration policy has been so difficult. But for the last 50 years, it's been rooted in humanity. It's been rooted in keeping families whole and together and recognizing the dignity of work and asylum seekers and people trying to live a better life and contribute to this great country. That's not what we saw here the other day. There are 22 families who still don't know where their loved ones are. There are 2 who have been deported. There are 2 who are in Texas. This was violent. Many of them had no criminal history. Most of them had no criminal history. And I'm tired of being told about the rule of law and the respect of the law from a person with 34 felony counts in the White House and a prominent spot on the Epstein list. These were hard-working people in this community. You are not protecting any of us. You are inflicting harm and violence. You cannot tell me what you've done to these families who have lost part of their economic base isn't violent. You can't tell me what you've done to these 2 daughters we just heard from isn't violent. You can't tell me that ruining this graduation day like you have for so many across our region isn't a form of trauma and violence in our community. We deserve better. This is not leadership. This is not strength. This is an embarrassment. I know Stephen Miller and the federal government would like to meet their deportation quota, but we are here to stand up and resist and push back to these violent attacks across Los Angeles. We are tired of being terrorized in Culver City. Everybody has a right to due process. Everybody has a right to live, to work, and to take care of themselves and their family, and I will stand with you to affirm that right, and I want to thank the families who are here this morning. Your courage and your bravery is what's going to get us all through this. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, for your words and for standing here with us today. Next, I want to introduce you to another brave soul that's joining us this morning, Noemi Ciao, wife of Jesus, a worker who was also kidnapped. Noemi?
Good morning. My name is Noemi. My husband was one of the many workers who were kidnapped by ICE on Sunday, June 8th. Sunday was a day just like any other day. My husband had to work early in the morning. I never imagined that it would be the last day I'd see him. While I was shopping for my daughter's dress for her honor roll ceremony, I was scrolling on Facebook and saw that the car wash was raided. I recognized it and made it to the car wash as fast as I could. When I got there, it was empty. There was no one to be found. My husband was taken from me and my family. It has been over 3 days. Since I have seen him or even heard of him. We have looked all day and night for him on the locator website, and he's nowhere to be found. What happened to my husband and all of the car wash workers and families who've been torn apart from this is unfair. I am here to demand an immediate release for my husband. He deserves to be here with his kids. We miss him, and we need him home. My husband was a good man, an amazing father, a hardworking. He is not a criminal. Last clue we received was that he's in El Paso, Texas. So that's why I'm here. I'm kindly asking anyone from El Paso to please help me find my husband, Jesus. Thank you.
Noemi, look at us, look at your community. We will not stop. We will not stop till we find the location of all. Next up with us is Mayor of Culver City, Don O'Brien.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who is here to support our community members who contribute to the vibrancy of not just Culver City, but all of Los Angeles. What this administration is doing is stoking fear and unrest, and all of us who know and live with and commune with the immigrant population of our region. It's hard not to be emotional when you hear the stories of our residents, our workers, our visitors who are experiencing, for no reason, their lives disrupted on days of celebration. And I ask all of you to stand with them and support them, as Culver City does. We're here with you. I mean, how does this help? We have a business behind us that is closed right now because their employees are in fear. We have people who are staying in their homes locked for fear of walking in the streets in the communities that they feel that they once felt was their home. That's not right. So I just want to underscore and thank Assemblymember Bryan for his really eloquent words, that we all support you. And stand strong and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Don O'Brien, for your words. Next up, we have Ileana Johansen Mendez from the Immigrant Defense Center.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ileana Johansen Mendez, Chief Program Officer of Immigrant Defenders Law Center. Before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you to the family members who are here today for your bravery, for all of our community, for standing up, for coming together to fight for not just your loved ones, but for all of us, for what Los Angeles is. You know, we are gathered in a moment of fear and pain, but also a moment of powerful unity. Our communities are rising up across Los Angeles. We are organizing, we are showing up, we are protecting each other. You know, we will not let ICE disappear our neighbors in silence. Since last Friday, we've seen a disturbing escalation in ICE activity all across the city, at workplaces like this car wash, in neighborhoods, in courthouses, at schools. And they're moving swiftly, and they're moving without wanting any witnesses. We are here to fight to make sure that they are giving us explanations, that they're giving us information, that they are providing due process to our neighbors and to our brothers and sisters. Right now, people are vanished into immigration detention. They have been disappeared. But we are fighting every day to find more information. Our team is on the ground at Adelanto, at the detention centers, working with our community partners to make sure that we are all working hard to find every single person, to demand that their rights are respected, that they have their day in court, that they have their chance to fight for their right to stay and to fight for their release to be with their families again. What has been so inspiring through all of this is that we are not alone. When ICE shows up, neighbors are stepping outside. They're shouting, "No firmen nada," don't sign anything. They're giving out know your rights information to the people as they're being detained to give them a fighting chance. And legal advocates like us, we're going to keep showing up every day, tirelessly working to find people, to connect them with attorneys, and to fight for their release. So even now, with ICE operating in the shadows, denying access to counsel, denying information to families, denying access to our very own congressional representatives, we are going to keep showing up every day with everything we've got. Our city is awake. and we refuse to stay silent, because this is not just about immigration. It's about who we are as a people and what kind of country we want to live in. We are going to keep fighting until no immigrant has to stand alone before this unjust immigration system. And to the families, again, thank you so much for your bravery and for your courage in coming out here today. Know that you're not alone, and together we can get through this. Juntos no tenemos miedo. Thank you.
Thank you, Ileana, for those inspiring words. And like Ileana said, together we have no fear. Together we are not alone, and we will not stop until we know where all our loved ones are. And we will continue to stand and fight for our communities. Next, I want to invite Aquilina Soriano Versosa, a representative of Immigrants Are Los Angeles and the executive director of the Filipino Workers Center.
So we should be clear. The ones who are creating a public safety hazard, who are violating the laws, are ICE and the federal agencies that are indiscriminately or actually targeted and profiling our communities and picking up our community members, our fathers, mothers, workers, parents, with no probable cause. At every step of the way, from bringing wholesale military force into our communities, to rounding up people without probable cause except the color of their skin or a look, to being denied due process, access to legal services, access to their families, to the denial of Congress members to be able to come into the detention centers to have their legally mandated role as monitors of oversight of the conditions and adelanto in the detention center downtown. And as Governor Newsom said, when they're coming into our communities and lawlessly picking up people, we are all in danger here. We are all impacted. It is impacting our economy. It is impacting our safety and the health of our communities. Immigrants RLA, we know how much immigrants are a part, no matter the status, are part of actually making Los Angeles and California a thriving economy, a thriving community. It is all of us together that are doing that. And our policies of actually extending safety nets to those who are contributing and are our neighbors here in Los Angeles and California is what is stoking this attack. Immigrants RLA, you can come to our website where we have resources for those who are impacted. We need to document, we need to stand together as a community, and we are here together with the car wash workers, with their families, and we will not rest. We will not rest until all of those that are detained, are identified, are released, have due process, and until these unjust and illegal raids end. We will be here and we will stand strong with you. We will bring resources together, not just to protest, but to provide aid. We are here to support the families. We are here we just had a motion passed yesterday at the county to bring resources, to identify gaps in the rapid response, to bring extra resources to the families and individuals who are impacted, those who lost their breadwinners with these raids in the blink of an eye, who need access to language, accessible legal resources. So we stand strong with you. We will be here. We will not go away. We will stand with you, and we will fight until everyone is free, until all of our rights are respected.
Aki, thank you so much for those words. Now we will have one more person joining us today, and this is the representative for California State Senator Lola Smallwood Cuevas, Amber Quintanilla.
Hi, everyone. My name's Amber Quintanilla, and I'm a district representative for Senator Lola Smallwood Cuevas, who represents the 28th district, including this car wash here in Culver City. To the families, to Noemi, Kimberly, Jocelyn, thank you for sharing your stories. The senator was deeply saddened and troubled to hear about the ICE raid that occurred here at this car wash, tearing your families apart, and we are so sorry about that. I want to make it clear that the senator completely and utterly condemns these unjust, inhumane, and cruel ICE raids that are taking place all throughout LA County. Despite the progress that we have made as a nation, at these times with this administration, we seem to be regressing. We seem to be going backwards. Racism, regardless of what you think, is not an anomaly. It is not a thing of the past. These ICE raids are part of a larger racist systemic issue. People are being swept off the streets, swept off their places of work, off their homes. Families are being ripped apart. Our most vulnerable are being targeted and discriminated based on the color of their skin and immigration status. This is not the time to be complicit. This is not the time to remain silent. It is time to make our voices heard. It is time to fight back against injustice, against racism, against fascism. The senator is fighting with you and for you at the state capitol. She is ensuring that California remains a safe sanctuary state. Please follow our Instagram page for live updates on ICE raids occurring in and around our district. Please stay safe and keep fighting. We are in this together. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. And I will say this in Spanish now. Buenos días a todos. Me llamo Amber Quintanilla y soy representante distrital de la senadora estatal Lola Smallwood Cuevas, quien representa el distrito senatorial 28, que incluye ese car wash, ese lavadero de autos aquí en Culver City. A las familias, Noemi, Jocelyn y Kimberly, gracias por compartir sus historias. La senadora se sintió profundamente entristecida y preocupada al traser de la redada de ICE que tuvo lugar aquí, la cual destrozó a sus familias. Lo sentimos muchísimo. Quiero dejar claro que la senadora condena total y rotundamente estas injustas, inhumanas y crueles redadas de ICE que están ocurriendo en todo el condado de Los Ángeles. A pesar del progreso que hemos logrado como nación en estos momentos, con esta administración, parecemos estar retrocediendo. El racismo no es una anomalía, algo del pasado. Estas redadas de ICE forman parte de un problema racista y sistémico más amplio. Las personas están siendo expulsadas de las calles, de sus trabajos y de sus hogares. Las familias están siendo destrozadas. Nuestros más vulnerables están siendo atacados y descritos según el color de su piel y su estado migratorio. Este no es un momento de ser cómplices. Este no es momento de permanecer en silencio. Es hora de alzar nuestra voz. Es hora de luchar contra la injusticia, contra el racismo y contra el fascismo. La senadora está luchando con ustedes y por ustedes en el Capitolio estatal. Se está asegurando de que California siga siendo un estado seguro para todos. Si siguen nuestra página en Instagram, ahí estamos poniendo todas las redadas de ICE que están ocurriendo entre Los Ángeles. Por favor, manténganse seguros y sigan luchando. Estamos juntos en esto. Una injusticia contra uno es una injusticia contra todos. Gracias.
Thank you, Amber, and thank you, Senator Lola Smallwood Cuevas, for being with us. At this moment, I'd like to acknowledge that we also have a representative from Sydney, Camlager Dove, Jackson Benerange. I also want to share a few words in Spanish before we close up. Un mensaje a nuestra comunidad. Un ataque contra uno es un ataque contra todos. Y si no estamos alzando nuestras voces, no estamos haciendo lo suficiente para estar con nuestras familias. Mientras muchas personas pueden ir a casa después de esta conferencia, hay que recordar que muchas personas no van a tener a sus seres queridos en casa, que ahorita en estos momentos no saben en dónde están y que es nuestro poder como comunidad acercarnos, ayudar, correr la voz para que todos los trabajadores conozcan sus derechos, para que sepan a dónde acercarse a buscar más información, a conocer más de sus derechos para mantener a nuestras familias juntas. Los Ángeles somos todos inmigrantes y debemos estar juntos. Este mensaje es para todas nuestras familias. Conozcan sus derechos, acérquense a una organización comunitaria que les pueda apoyar. Nadie debería de estar solo en estos momentos. Ningún ser humano. These raids should have never happened. This is cruel, dehumanizing, and unacceptable. Raids should never happen in workplaces, places meant to be safe for workers, safe for our community to earn a living. Not sites of fear and sites of trauma. We must come together and stand in power. We will not stand for this. We will not stand for this. We will continue to fight for our communities. We are here today and we will continue to be here tomorrow and the day after and after that until we can find out where our families are. For every family torn apart and for the dignity and humanity of our people, we will continue to stand strong. We are watching, we are organizing, and we will not back down. Estamos viendo, estamos vigilando, estamos organizando y no nos echaremos hacia atrás. Seguiremos reuniéndonos, seguiremos informándonos y seguiremos estando con nuestras familias. Ahora invito a Xochitl Covarrubias con el local 675, que ha sido uno de los locales que ha representado a los trabajadores en la industria del car wash que están en sindicatos, que pertenecen a un sindicato. Xochitl.
Buenos días, familia. Sabemos que una lastimadura a uno es una lastimadora a todos. Sabemos que cuando vienen a uno, vienen a otros. My name is Xochitl Covarrubias. I'm the Chief of Staff of United Steelworkers Local 675, and on behalf of our 4,000 members, we're here to stand in solidarity with our immigrant carwacheros, community, and families that are being separated and torn apart. They are the essential workers. Let's not forget, when COVID-19 hit, who was the ones who did the job? The immigrant workers. And they pay a price. They didn't receive any assistance from no one, but they still will show up to be able for us to have food at our table and to provide for their families. And this administration wants to label us as drug dealers, rapists, and child molesters, which is a lie. We are not that. We're humble people, hardworking people, that we come to America to be able to provide for our families and to be able to prosper this great America. This nation was built by immigrants, and I believe that our families are powerful, mighty workers, and we must continue fighting the fight for justice, for dignity, and respect for all. Sabemos que esta administración nos quiere poner etiquetas. Basta con esas etiquetas, que somos que somos contrabandistas y que no. Pero no, somos trabajadores honrados, trabajadores que trabajamos y vinimos en esta nación para proveer para nuestras familias, para un mejor futuro. Y el emigrante ha construido esta gran nación y estamos aquí en solidaridad con nuestros hermanos lucha sigue y es necesario levantar nuestras voces, marchar en paz y decirle a esta administración, ya basta, no más deportaciones, ya basta. Dios les bendiga.
Gracias, Xochitl. We will continue to stand with our community, and I invite you to start chanting with me. Not one more. 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 We will continue to stand with our families. We will continue to stand with our communities. An attack to one is an attack to all. We need to make sure we continue to stay informed. We need to make sure we continue to look for our families. And we will continue using the word kidnap because that's exactly what is happening in our communities. These unmarked vehicles, people who are not introducing themselves, who they are, who are they representing, and they are completely masked and in uniform. They are taking our families, they are taking our communities, they are taking them without responding who they are and where are they taking them. We are tired of hearing children saying, where are you taking my parents, right? We are tired of our community saying their goodbyes while they're dragging somebody away, gunpoint, putting them into cars, and not responding where they will be at. Not one more. Not one more. Not one more. Not one more. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for the families who have joined us. Thank you for the courage to stand up and share your testimonies. Thank you for opening your hearts, your home, and opening our hearts to be with you in solidarity. Como compartimos, en estos momentos no tenemos información de todos los trabajadores que han sido detenidos. Entonces esa pregunta no la puedo contestar. Si no sabemos dónde están, no pueden tener representación legal. Necesitamos encontrarlos primero para poder tener representación legal. Sí tenemos a los grupos con los que estamos trabajando, alguien que habló el día de hoy, Immigrant Defense, que están aquí con nosotros ayudándonos a encontrar a cada uno de ellos para poder proveer ese servicio legal que por su derecho deben de tener. En estos momentos no puedo dar comentarios sobre eso. Te puedo decir que de los diferentes car washes que hemos estado en comunicación hasta el día de ayer, han sido 26 personas, incluyendo un cliente, 25 trabajadores más un cliente. Los agentes no hicieron ninguna preguntas, en cambio no contestaron ninguna pregunta, no dijeron ninguna palabra, entraron a fuerza a esos car washes con vehículos que no tenían placas o información, tenían vehículos que estaban entrando agresivamente a los lugares de trabajo, se bajaron completamente uniformados y en algunas veces armados y empezaron a poner su fuerza a los trabajadores y a meterlos a otros vehículos. No contestaron ninguna pregunta. Ha afectado a todas nuestras comunidades, no solo a los trabajadores, y por eso nos ves ahora aquí denunciando ni una redada más. Gracias. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Gracias, Lord. Gracias, gracias.
Hi, I'm sorry. Hello, I'm just Saul Gonzalez from National Radio. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Sure. I'll be brief about it. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is